Hello, my sewing friends. I have two things to tell you about. One is McCalls 7906 and the other is McCalls 2818. 2818 is out of print. It's almost vintage, maybe. It's from the year 2000, so it's a 20-year-old pattern. So I don't know, you could almost call that vintage, couldn't you? Well, I had an event that I was going to attend and I needed a new outfit. So I thought I would make this skirt. I used fabric in my stash that I thought was denim. It ended up being kind of a rougher canvas, like a home deck almost, but I love the print. And for that, I made view B of the skirt, which is this one. And I did the tie and the belt loops from view D. And I would have made view A, but I thought it might be a little too short. So I put a pretty good size hem in it, so it hits me right at my knee. And then I didn't have anything to wear with it, except that I really did, because I forgot about a tank top that I do own. Of course I did. But I decided I had some fabric that I was going to use in my stash, and then I realized it was a microfiber sheet. Well, it didn't matter because it matched beautifly. So I made view A, which is the little t-shirt from McCalls 2818. This is a Palmer and Plesh pattern, and they have all this full bust adjustment stuff in there, which none of which I did. I didn't do any of that. I didn't worry about it because it's princess seamed. Let me show you the line drawings for this. And I thought it'll work fine. And this is cut for, or it's designed for wovens. So that was a woven microfiber sheet. I have no idea what the thread count is. It's all polyester, kind of slick, worked great. So this went together really well. I thought that the neckline might dip too low, but no, it came just to that magical point where it's not too low, even though you think it's probably going to be too low, but it's not. I did make two changes to the pattern, and that's because since this came out in 2000, it's a little bit shorter than patterns are now for tops, and so I was going to cut it longer and forgot, and yeah, so I got it almost done, and I thought I need some extra on the bottom, which worked out great because I just added a band. And it was fine because, and even easier because I cut about, I think it was about a 6-inch band, and then folded it in half lengthwise, and then just stitched it to the bottom of the top, the blouse. and that was it. You know, with the seam allowance, I added probably a good 2.5 inches. So I was very happy with that. It added just enough length to the top to be perfect. And then I thought, you know, rather than mess around with a hem on those sleeves, I'll just cut off about a 1/2 inch and add about an inch band to those. Why not? The great thing is you don't have to turn anything up and hem it and top stitch it and all that kind of thing. It just worked perfectly. So one thing I would recommend, if you're going to use a fabric like a microfiber sheet, you should use a stretch needle, which I would use a pretty fine stretch needle, which would have a ball point. I think that would probably alleviate any runs that you might get in the fabric. There were a couple of times where I had to pull. It was nothing too terrible, but you just got to be really careful. Those polyester fibers are they're woven together, but they're polyester, and so if you're using a really sharp needle, it's going to tear the fibers, and that can make it run, and you don't want that. So the buttons are kind of wonky on the back, but I don't care because I just pull it over my head and I leave it, you know, buttoned all the time. It's the cutest little top, and actually it matches perfectly with my skirt, and I can even wear it with pants or capris or shorts or anything else. So that is McCalls 7906 and McCalls 2818. Thank you, McCalls, for my cutest outfit that I feel like $1,000,000 in. I love it. And yeah, that's it for now for me. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.